Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of the Smart 7 in association with Metro is supported by our friends at IG. Now, if you're someone who juggles money across multiple accounts, an ISA here, a GIA there, maybe a trading account you set up on the side, you'll know how frustrating managing it all can feel. Well, IG's just launched a brand new app that fixes exactly that. With IG's unified wallet, you can fund across all your accounts from one place, see your total portfolio at a glance, and move between investing, trading, and more, all without the hassle of logging into multiple accounts. One app, every product. And on top of that, IG charges no annual fees and zero commission on stock shares and ETFs, so more of your money stays invested rather than being chipped away at by the platform that's supposed to be helping it grow. IG's the investment platform that backs you. Download the app and get started. IG Trade. Invest. Progress. Your capital's at risk. Other fees may apply. On today's Smart 7, calls for stronger border controls after Spanish incident, Ukrainian drone hits Russian beach, and much more. It's Tuesday, 4th of August, it's Owl Awareness Day, and happy birthday, Barack Obama.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Last week's migrant surge from Morocco into the Spanish territory of Ceuta has sparked concern across European capitals as the issue of illegal migration reappears on the agenda. Then on Monday, a High Court judge ordered the Home Office to return an alleged victim of trafficking to the UK who had been deported to France under the one-in, one-out scheme, raising questions about the legality of the process. Prime Minister Andy Burnham says he's focused on getting control of the UK's borders, and he says that requires a firm but fair approach.
We're just going to be relentless. People want to see this issue addressed, but we also need to build a system that offers safe routes for people as well, because that also takes away the selling point of the gangs.
Tory Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp says that he's unconvinced that there's any merit to the existing deal with France.
The French gendarmes that we are paying for just stood there and did literally nothing while about 100 illegal immigrants climbed onto a boat in knee-deep water. So all that is protecting our country's borders is rough seas in the English Channel.
Last week saw 7 areas in England and all of Wales declared to be in drought, and the current heatwave is only making matters worse. The Met Office confirmed on Monday that this July was the driest in southern England since records began, over 200 years ago, with only 7% of the normal rainfall expected. Dr. Ian Higginson is the president of the Royal College of Emergency Physicians, and he says as climate change starts to bite, there are some serious questions for the government about how to protect the NHS.
We've known that climate change has been developing for many years. We also know that the NHS estate is ridiculously under-maintained, and it's really quite old. There are several thousand buildings in the NHS that are older than the NHS itself, for instance, and there's a huge backlog of maintenance.
The extremely dry conditions have seen farmers struggle, with the National Farmers Union warning that Britons could face shortages of certain foods this winter. Tom Bradshaw is the president of the NFU.
If you go back to January and February, we actually had a couple of very wet months. We need to build those reservoirs on farm, and then we can utilise those reservoirs to try to build the resilience of our food system. So we need to adapt, we want to adapt, but we also need the government to recognise that this needs to happen urgently.
While Labour under Andy Burnham has seen its polling perk up, reform remains a very real threat when it comes to the next general election. The far-right vote seems to have been split, with former Reform member Rupert Lowe's new party, called Restore, picking up some of Reform's vote in recent by-elections. With Reform leader Nigel Farage still battling Count Binface in Clacton, you would think that the offer of an olive branch in the form of a voting pact between Reform and Restore would be good news for Nigel. However, an offer made on Sunday by Lowe seems to have sparked a fresh disagreement between the two sides, with Nigel resorting to personal attacks on Monday, describing Lowe screaming and threatening colleagues when he was in Reform.
That he was sort of perhaps putting out this gesture, saying, look, I'm the good guy, Nigel's the bad guy. Well, that's not the case. I am prepared to do things and make sacrifices if I believe it's in the national interest.
At least 7 people were killed on Monday at a beach in southern Russia's Krasnodar region. The strike, which injured as many as 40 other people, appeared to have been caused by a Ukrainian drone losing control. Whether because of Russian jamming or not remains unclear. The incident follows a series of tit-for-tat attacks, which has seen casualties on both sides mount, with Ukrainian long-range strikes also targeting Russian e-commerce retailer Wildberries, which Kyiv says provides components for Russian drones. President Zelensky says Ukraine has no intention of backing down from its combination of attacks and lobbying for more sanctions as they look to end the war.
We cannot predict with certainty when our diplomatic efforts will work, when sanctions will reach the level of pressure that leaves Russia no choice but peace. We will try hard to make it happen, but we understand that Putin hopes to drag out this war.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, train spotting gets cancelled and we pay tribute to 2 very different cultural icons. Right after this. Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of the Smart 7 in association with Metro is supported by our friends at IG. Now, if you're someone who juggles money across multiple accounts, an ISA here, a GIA there, maybe a trading account you set up on the side, you'll know how frustrating managing it all can feel. Well, IG's just launched a brand new app that fixes exactly that. With IG's unified wallet, you can fund across all your accounts from one place, see your total portfolio at a glance, and move between investing, trading, and more, all without the hassle of logging into multiple accounts. One app, every product. And on top of that, IG charges no annual fees and 0 commission on stock, shares and ETFs, so more of your money stays invested rather than being chipped away at by the platform that's supposed to be helping it grow. IG's the investment platform that backs you. Download the app and get started. IG Trade. Invest. Progress. Your capital's at risk. Other fees may apply.
You're locked into a lot of things you can't change. Weather, traffic. Hey, stay in your lane! Your wireless carrier's latest price hike. But you can unlock a better way. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. Switch to the $25 a month unlimited wireless plan. No contracts, no price hikes, and you keep your phone. Stop being locked into their games. Unlock the savings at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line of payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Welcome back. In case there was any doubt that Gianni Infantino's scheme to sell off a stake in the World Cup could survive, the Welsh Football Association put a final nail in the coffin on Monday. They became the first FA to officially withdraw their backing for the FIFA president in the upcoming leadership election, which could spark a full-on power struggle. Post-World Cup, the USA's men's team has announced that it will keep faith with coach Mauricio Pochettino, who took them to the round of 16 before being knocked out by Belgium. He says he thinks there's still huge potential for football, as we call it, in America.
Soccer can be one of the best or the principal sport in USA too. And people were so excited. What I think we create a very good connection.
If you were to make a list of unlikely movies or books to be turned into a musical, you'd have to say Trainspotting would be near the top of the list. Irvine Welsh's gritty Scottish tale of drug addiction in a rundown Edinburgh became a huge hit at the box office, and its soundtrack became a bestseller in its own right. The film was named Best Scottish Film of All Time in a 2004 poll, but a musical version written by Welsh has flopped and the tour has been cancelled. Early reviews were brutal, but the author speaking to Radio 4's Today Show says he's not surprised.
Critics have always been horrible to me. If I get a good review for something, I feel very violated. And I'm not that kind of writer that is kind of loved by the critics. I tend to be sort of quite a polarising force.
Monday saw the death announced of journalist and columnist Rod Liddle, who passed away after a short illness at age 66. He was originally an editor for Radio 4's Today Show, but went on to write columns for The Spectator, The Times and The Sun. CEO of News UK, Rebecca Brooks, described him as an inimitable journalistic force. Monday also saw the death of much-loved Northern Ireland comedian Jimmy Cricket. Cricket, whose real name was James Mulgrew, passed away after a short illness at 80 years of age. An old-school comedian, stand-up and vaudeville-style star, he was hugely hugely popular in the 1980s, winning a Search for a Star competition and then hosting his own TV show. His career started as a Butlins redcoat, but Blackpool always had a special place in his heart. Rest in peace, Jimmy.
I came to be a redcoat at the Metropole Hotel on my day off. I would go to all these shows. I was a punter. This is wonderful, to be part of that. And I managed, when I did get a break, to do pantomime with both Harry Worth and Cilla Black on the same bill. So, dreams can come true.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world. Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 in association with Metro is supported by our friends at IG. Now, if you're someone who juggles money across multiple accounts, an ISA here, a GIA there, maybe a trading account you set up on the side, you'll know how frustrating managing it all can feel. Well, IG's just launched a brand new app that fixes exactly that. With IG's unified wallet, you can fund across all your accounts from one place, see your total portfolio at a glance, and move between investing, trading, and more, all without the hassle of logging into multiple accounts. One app, every product. And on top of that, IG charges no annual fees and zero commission on stock, shares and ETFs, so more of your money stays invested rather than being chipped away at by the platform that's supposed to be helping it grow. IG's the investment platform that backs you. Download the app and get started. IG Trade. Invest. Progress. Your capital's at risk. Other fees may apply.
Hello, I'm Monica Reinagel, host of the Nutrition Diva podcast. Summer is here, and with it, the hot and sticky weather. A morning working in the garden, or maybe on the golf course, can leave you more depleted than you realize, and plain water isn't always the most efficient way to restore the balance. That's where Liquid IV comes in. Its science-backed formula is clinically proven to hydrate faster than water alone. Whether you're exercising, playing outside, or simply surviving a summer heat wave, it's an easy way to stay hydrated. Shop now at liquidiv.com. Liquid IV, hydration that goes wherever life takes you.